It's very difficult just to stick to the silver bullet trades, but I'm going to try my best to do it. But I did take some pre-market trades here, and I want to go over that real quickly. We do have all of our fair value gaps drawn out on the 15-minute, 5-minute, 1-minute, and 15-second chart. So when price pulls back to any one of these areas, here's the 15-minute chart. You can see the fair value gaps here, support, bounce, boom. Here's another one, support, bounce, boom. And that's the 15-minute chart. 5-minute chart, we did the same thing. I think what helped me take this trade, these two trades were fair value gap opportunities. I'm just going to show you the 5-minute chart here real quickly. You can see the fair value gaps that are forming on this chart. Really, there's just one here and one up here that it's already violated to the downside. So that's the 5-minute. Here's the 1-minute chart. We have all those same fair value gaps overextended on these charts here. But right here, when price was coming back down, here's the 1-minute chart, coming back down to this fair value gap right here. You can see it. Well, I think that's impressed from, well, I was trying to get it to bounce off the low part of this fair value gap right here, this bigger box. I'll have to think about what that little box is. And it could be a 15-second. Yeah, it looks like there was something going on there. Maybe I don't even need that. That's a little confusing. I don't know why it's there. Get rid of it for now till I can explain it. Okay, right here. This is what I missed on the 15-second chart. This fair value gap right here is where price came down to, and that's where I got stopped out at. So I wasn't looking at this 15-second chart. Okay. When I took the trade up here, this first circle, I got stopped out down here, which is where I should have gotten in and scalped up, which is what I did down here. I got in down here and I scalped it up to here. So I probably made my money back on that first loss using this fair value gap area on the 15-second chart as a bounce. On the 1-minute chart, I had a matching a 1-minute fair value gap matching the 15-second. You see the 1-minute chart, fair value gap. 15-second chart, same area, fair value gap. Okay. Over here, down here where I bought, I don't think it's a bad idea, but I was working on the 1-minute chart only, it looks like, because I didn't have anything on the 5-minute for that, did I? I think it was right. It was right in this little red candle area right here. It would have actually worked. Let's see. I'm trying to show you here. It would have scalped up pretty good. It did go all the way up to here and test that fair value gap to the downside, which we can barely see right there. Might want to take a note of that because it did hold it. Let's take a note of that right there. And we definitely always want to mark all of potential fair value gaps and put them on all the charts so we can see them through all the chart times. Yeah, I hate that I lost that first one. I stopped out before it went up, but then it came back down. We tried it again. I'm glad we tried it again. We had multiple charts agreeing that that was a better place. Okay, a better place. So now I'm just going to hold off until the silver bullet. I wanted to take those trade opportunities for experiences and learn from it. I'm still having a problem sticking only to one strategy, which is the silver bullet strategy, because it's only 2 hours a day. It's at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. for an hour each, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. So I get it's hard for me to just stick to that, but I really am trying. But anyway, I wanted to record these two trades and put it on video so I can learn from it. Here's the opening bell. Let's see how things jump around and what happens. This 15-second chart has been the one to watch, so we'll see how that works. There's another fair value gap created brand new here, and it's being tested right now. Is it going to hold? Is it going to push down into this lower fair value gap? And I'm not going to just use the 15-second chart. We really need to make sure things are looking good. Here's the 5-minute chart. Fair value gap coming down here. You see this fair value gap that was tested here, pin-tailed up and looks weak up here. And, there's really nothing holding it up on a higher time chart in that area. I could easily come back to this area down here where the support is. So I don't know what it's going to do, but we'll just have to wait patiently for that opening bell. and keep an eye on things. That's a 30-minute chart there. And the direction is still either way. We don't know which way it's going to go, but we'll watch. So look at that. It almost came down to the support level here. Too choppy. I mean, this fair value gap was completely ignored, but then it goes right back up. So that's the 1-minute chart. So you can see right here how it slammed down to that 5-minute area of support and just went right back up. That's the 5-minute, 1-minute. And now let's look at the 15-second. It just slammed right down into that area. So we have them all right back up. If I was going to take a quick, just radical trade, that would be the kind of trade right there. It went so fast though, you know, but I guess if I had my stops in place, which I normally do when I enter a trade like that, jump in there and have my stop right down there, it would have worked beautifully. But when it's moving that fast, you really have to be pinpoint accurate with everything. Here it comes again. Let's see if I can try something like that maybe. There's nothing to look at above the 15-minute chart. There's just nothing there. So we're going to have to keep an eye on it. It looks like it wants to chop around today or potentially go up, which is, here we go. You see how it sweeps the highs here, sweeps the lows here, and chops around. Let's back down in that 5-minute fair value gap though. Oh, it went down in that area. Depending on where I got in, I could have gotten stopped out on that if I got in too early, or if I had used this as my entry point. How many ticks was that? It went past it a whole bunch here. Let's see, 18,075. Not too bad. 3 points. It's about 12 ticks. 12 ticks down. It's just so choppy and risky. I'm trying to stay away from really fast-moving, risky trades. I want to get good at the silver bullet trade. That's coming up 10 a.m., the 10 a.m. session right here. And we have a 2 p.m. session, Eastern Standard New York City time. All right, I tried a little risky trade here because of the area that it's in. And also because of these really choppy back and forth order block looking bars on the 1 minute only, of course. And it's down in that area of that fair value gap. That is one stubborn little thing. Even though it's getting penetrated, it's holding pretty good on the 5-minute chart there. So, and look at it now. It's coming right back down. Wow. I just took my trade. I'll tell you why I took my trade. Before, well, I guess I got lucky. Yeah, I could have easily come back and stopped me out. I'll tell you why I took the trade. On the 15-second chart, we had a fair value gap right here. And price had just tested it and started turning green. And I said, I'll try it. And it went up and I hit my target. Let's take that profit. You know why? Because just as often as it goes in your favor, it goes against you. And I count all the bad ones. You got to count the good ones. Was this a bad habit trade? Could be. Based on the 15-second chart and based on the 5-minute fair value gap, I took that trade. I did. And that's the only reason. The 1-minute chart, you know, is showing the same support area. And it seems to be a pretty reliable area. And it's holding up pretty good there. So I just jumped in it. But now look at the choppiness and whippiness. That just tells me I missed a bullet. My stop was right under the pivots here. I jumped in it, my stop was right under the pivots, and it went up, hit my target before collapsing down, and it would have stopped me out. So I better stop while I'm ahead. All right, I better. So let's quit for the day, and let's try to learn to be patient and take better trades.